there. You're listening to the Girl Talk podcast. My name is Carol.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Tricia.
And we are so glad you are here because we need somebody who knows what in the world's going on in this place. Now, we want to say thank you to our friends at Momentum Tire, locations to serve you throughout North Carolina. Thank you so much for sponsoring the Girl Talk podcast. We appreciate you. Now, today on the hot seat, we got Sweet Tea, Tricia, and we're going to kind of shift just a little bit because you're so gifted in this area and you have so much wisdom.
I don't know what's coming.
Well, that's good.
What area?
That keeps you humble.
Yeah.
No, but we're going to talk about the new year, about how we turn the corner from the holidays and step into the new year with purpose and with encouragement, because you're probably like, I will say that in my health journey, you've been one of the most influential people in my life to kind of help me wrap and frame exercise in my world in a way to achieve success. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you very much for saying
welcome.
that. That is something that I feel very deeply about, is kind of things with regarding health and a freshness, and I love that.
Well, what I don't want people to hear is, oh my word, this is going to be another podcast about New Year's resolutions. No. We're not going to do that.
They don't work.
Do you make New Year's resolutions?
No, because I always break them.
They don't
And then I feel
work.
guilty.
Yeah.
No.
Like doubly bad.
Yeah.
But I totally want to know what you do to go start your new year, to be fresh as you go into the new year.
You know, I have always loved the start of a new year. I have always loved that.
Why?
Because it is a fresh start. It is a new opportunity. It's a time for growth. I just got, just a few weeks ago, my 2024 planner.
You were showing it to everybody.
I was so excited.
Yeah.
It's this cool color. It's like a tangerine color. And just opening it up and hearing like those pages the first time, like they're almost cracking as you open them, was so exciting to me. Just to kind of think about the opportunities and what is this year going to hold? Who knows? Maybe Jesus comes back this year.
Yeah,
just all the possibilities of this year. I know there will be tough days because there always are, but I have an excitement about the possibility of really good days.
So what kind of planner did you buy? Like what
It's a
all's in your
Christian
planner?
It's this really great brand. Maybe we'll put a link to it. It's called Christian Planner, and it has
Christians in it?
it's for
Does it have
Christians to
scripture?
plan.
Right. I mean,
There is scripture.
Jesus is coming back. Jesus is coming back.
There's it's got a monthly view, and then it's got a weekly view, and then it's got places for you to do a vision board, so you can actually draw out a vision board. It's got a place for a verse for your year.
Right.
So even having that just encourages me to think about, what is a verse that I really want for this year? What does my vision board look like for this year?
Yeah.
So that helps already put me into a frame of mind of looking forward to the year instead of feeling discouraged. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah. Do you, at the end of a year, kind of look back and kind of evaluate and see what worked and what you want to? Is that part of your process?
I think it is. And it's generally at the end of the year that I do that before moving into. But I almost always reflect back. Yes. Sometimes we do these really fun things, like we'll write little pieces of paper about things that our family did, and we'll put them in a jar. And at the end of the year, we'll pull out those pieces of paper and go, oh, remember Daniel's birthday party, or remember when we played putt-putt as a family at the beach, remember when we went to the cruise, or whatever little vacation things. So I absolutely love doing that because it's re-experiencing the joy from the year.
Yeah.
But honestly,
That's so cool.
Yeah.
last year was really hard for me. I had a hard year last year. I had a hard year emotionally. I had a hard year spiritually. I had a hard year losing my father. And so I think when you've had a hard year, it's important to reflect back and think about not only the difficult parts, but what did I learn from them? And so really I had, I went through a big loss with my dad. My dad died, and even before he passed away, there were so many hard times. He was falling and he was struggling, and we were trying to figure out where to put him and how to help him. And there was just so much difficulty. But I will say this, God got me through every single one of those times. And that, to me, is something I can carry on into this new year, knowing, okay, there will be hard times, but God will get me through every one of those the same way he got me through this past year. Spiritually,
That's right.
God taught me so much. I really struggled emotionally. I shared with you guys many times. I was listening to lies in my head about myself, and it was causing me to struggle with insecurities and causing me to compare myself in ways that were so unhealthy. And so I've had to really learn how to battle the lies in my head. And that is something that I'm carrying into this next year. I'm armed with that, whereas I kind of fell into it a little bit last year. And
I
I'm
will
armed now.
say, though, that I have seen you grow in that area in particular in such amazing. I mean, I want to encourage you and cheer you on and champion you in the new year, because I've seen you come so far this year, and I can't wait to see what God continues to do in you. I mean, I just want to acknowledge that, because you've been very open about that.
Yeah.
But
Thank you.
I have seen you like give the devil a kick in the shins. Like, you really have made concerted efforts to battle back.
Yeah.
And I just want you to know that we
Yep.
notice that and see it and see you grow and seeing God, like, man, do some amazing things in you. And I'm excited for you for next
Thank
year.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I hope it's encouraging to people that you can have a hard year and you can walk away learning from it. And Jesus has gotten me through and taught me so much, and just the understanding of his presence being with me. And I know we talk about that a lot.
Yeah.
We say that a lot, but really understanding the sense of his presence with you in all moments, even those hard, horrible moments, knowing that he's there, and I can just sense how he's speaking to me, Bible verses giving me joy and encouragement in difficult times, reminders of God's strength. That has been so powerful, and it has helped me so much. But just really seeking to connect with Jesus and sense his presence has been so helpful. And I learned that through the hard times of last year.
Yeah.
So moving into this year, I'm excited.
So if you could talk to somebody who's like, I am there right now, what advice or steps or encouragement would you give them to kind of start the new year with a fresh breath and to say, okay, let's go and let's.
Yeah. I would say, if you think you're there, that's great. You've got to be aware of it first.
Yeah.
You just can't do anything moving forward without being aware of where you are and the struggle that you're having. So awareness is something to be congratulated for. And once you're aware, then you can start to take it to Jesus. So with prayer, with Bible reading, remembering promises, with worship, listening to music that keeps you in the right place, that is going to help you move from the awareness into actually attacking the lies. So, and once you start to do that, it feels clunky at first, having to like, okay, I'm struggling right now. What is a promise I can remember? God calls me beloved. God calls me his daughter. Thinking those thoughts, it's kind of, you have to think about it first, but then eventually it becomes more automatic. And the more promises that you can remember in the moment, the easier it becomes. So it's okay to be in that process.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to know what the number one thing is you're looking forward to in the coming year.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so we got a new year starting. What are you looking forward to?
I have really loved doing our Girl Talk events.
Oh, yeah. Why? I mean, what is it? What is it about those events that has been like extra special to you?
It's us coming together and just sharing what God has been doing. And it has been so powerful, I think, for us on an individual level. Am I right?
Yes.
It's making us think about where we are and what God's doing, and God's speaking to us. And then we get to spend time with you. We get to spend time with our girlfriends. We get to spend time with people who want to hear from God. And then we come to those events wanting to be used by God. And that is the equation that equals God doing amazing things.
Right.
You know, we give it to him, and you come wanting to hear, we come wanting to share, and then, the presence of Jesus just makes something amazing happen. And I love those. And we've done a few of those. They're so much fun. We get to worship. We get to meet people. We get to kind of see the fruit of our efforts when we do this week after week. We get to hear from people. So those are very special. And I think we have some of those coming up.
Yeah, we have at least a couple. Yeah, we're going to try to do this year. One of the things I love most about you is watching your face light up when you get the hugs from all of the different people.
I love the hugs from friends.
I mean, you are just fed by getting to see people, getting to smile at people, letting people smile at you. And I just hope and pray that for you, for 2024, that it is filled with tons and tons of hugs from friends, from listeners, from people that you care about, people that care about you. Because I just see what kind of joy that brings to you.
These podcasts and even the radio show that I do at the Light FM, the midday, you don't talk to people. You're talking to a microphone and you're trying to make it as if you're seeing somebody, but there's no substitute for actually looking in your face, actually hearing from someone. This podcast is great because we can look at each other, but there is no substitute for just standing face to face, getting that hug, getting that word, and knowing that other people are going through some of the similar things. It's so helpful to know that we're not the only ones that are struggling.
Right, yeah.
And then to know that we are encouraging each other as we grow. That is a beautiful thing.
So looking at growing, thinking about growing in 2024, what's an area in your life that you want to grow in this coming year? You've done so much work in your heart, and God's done so much work in you and through you this past year. What do you want 2024 to look like in your growth journey?
Well, I want to be more focused on other people. I want to be championing for them. I want to be cheering for them with my family. I want to be there for them. One of the reasons I want to continue to grow and let go of some of the lies that I've heard is that so I can be more present for my family and more present for my friends. Because when you are trapped in your own head, listening to lies of the enemy, you can't be present. And even when you're actively fighting it, there's still stuff going on here. What I'd like to do is be able to let that go and be present in the moments in a more real way, so I can cheer for you. I can hear from you. I can listen to you. I'm not thinking about what I need to say or what somebody else is saying to me. I want to hear and listen better. And I think that I want to grow in that way. I want to grow in being more present for my family, be more present for my friends, be more present to be used by Jesus, because Jesus is always calling us to act and do things. And when I'm locked in my head, I'm not present. And so I want to be used better.
Yeah. I think that sounds fun. So any fun things coming up in 2024?
Tennis. I'm always working on my tennis.
That sounds like fun.
I want to get better at tennis. Yeah. And God's been working with me on that too, because why do you want to get better at tennis, Tricia? Is it because you want to win and you want to beat the other people? Or is it because you want to, have fun and work on this stroke? Like I'm working on this forehand. I've been working on my forehand for 2 years. But that's kind of a fun thing to do, and I want to just keep working on that kind of thing and keep fit. I want to move more into fitness. As I get older, I realize activity is so important, and it doesn't get easier, but
it gets harder.
It gets harder. But to learn how to kind of keep taking care of myself, I have learned so much with PT and rehab exercises, and the power of that is in proactively strengthening yourself so that you don't have to get injured as much. And so just being thoughtful about how I'm taking care of myself, a balanced approach, that kind of thing.
So what tools? You mentioned you have your planner. Does your planner have any tools in it that help you?
Yeah, it's got wellness boxes that you can check. Like I drank this much water and I had these vegetables or I exercised. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that approach. I love that wellness approach.
Right, yeah.
It's
Box checking.
Box
I'm a
checking
big
is
fan
good.
of the box checking. Do you like to write things down and check it off? I did that.
I will write things that I've already done just so I can check the box.
That's awesome.
Because there's that sense of satisfaction and joy when you check that box.
Yeah. Any family trips coming up or anything you're looking forward to in 2024?
My son, this is going to be, this year will start his senior year. So, right?
Oh, mama. I'm going to
need
heart.
y'all.
Yes.
I'm going to need y'all for sure.
Tricia.
So everything is
Senior
going to
year.
be magnified. Everything's going to feel like the last time, so you've got to do it.
Right.
We're going to try to take a big family trip this summer. So that is something I'm really excited about. Don't know 100% where we're going yet, but we're gonna make something fun happen.
As long as you're
special,
together.
As long as we're together. And
make
then we're going
memories.
to launch into that senior year.
Yep.
And so I'm really going to want to be present for
Yeah.
that and not locked up in some way with anxiety or lies. I want to be present and enjoy those moments.
Yeah, what a fabulous 2024 I know that you're going to have.
And
God
you
is
too.
going to move in your heart and mind. He is going to honor your request for memories with your family and amazing times with them as you head into senior year. And I just can't wait to see all that God does
It's going to be great.
in 2024. So
and I think we're all
thank you
going to
for
have
sharing
a
it.
great one. I think we're all going to have a great year, and we're just going to lean into what Jesus has for us. He's got the best plan for us.
Yep.
And the more we lean on him, the better it's going to be.
And maybe Jesus will come back in 2024.
That would be fine.
Wouldn't
I
that
don't
be
even have to
fine?
have it in my planner.
Yes, that would be
Let
fantastic.
it just happen.
Right. And in the meantime, we are so grateful that you have joined us for this
Yes,
conversation
thank you.
today. A very special thank you to Momentum Tire and Car Care. They're mostly in Hickory, but they also have locations all over North Carolina to meet your needs. Go visit them. Thank you so much for your support of the Girl Talk podcast. And we hope we'll see you the next time we gather around these microphones for the next Girl Talk podcast.